sure to check out Agelessgeeks for your figures and collectibles. So what is going on, my fellow collectors? How is everybody doing today? Daredevil19 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nation's SH Figuarts Avengers Infinity War Thor. So let's get into it right away and take a quick look at this tiny box. So we do of course get the basic style box when it comes to the SH Figuarts Infinity War line. So we do get the window right there on the front of the box, and on the window in gold to say SH Figuarts and Thor. Then we do get a symbol of Thor's hammer. On the bottom we do get an actual image of Thor. Then we do get the Tamashii Nation's quality sticker. It says Marvel Avengers Infinity War, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai. And then here's the bottom of the box with the blah 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 stuff nobody cares about. Then here's the top of the box. Then one side of it with a tiny image of the Thor figure there. Then there's the other side of the box. And the back of it does have a few quote poses you can get the figure into, along with some of the accessories. But anyway, that is the packaging. Let's get this figure up to take a closer look at this character, who's really one of the few characters who can go one-on-one against Thanos, along with Hulk, and of course Doctor Strange, and maybe a couple others, but I'm not sure. Alrighty, taking a closer detailed look, and Tamashii Nations really did do a fantastic job with this Infinity War Thor, and I think, well, personally for me, I feel like this is one of the best figures in their Infinity War line. There is some issues that I do have with it, or a couple complaints. My main issue here is the peg for the ankle joint was put on backwards, so I could not get his ankle to pivot at all. So I was able to heat it up, pop it out, and I had to shape down the piece that connected into the foot so I could pop it in there properly, because it's shaped a specific way, and I was able to fix it, so now I can get pivot out of it. Before I couldn't even move it, and he does have really great pivot, which we'll go over shortly. But that was a QC issue I had with the figure right off the bat, which I was not happy about at all. But the figure itself turned out fantastic. It looks just like Chris Hemsworth. Very nice job on the face sculpt. The beard looks pretty cool. We get the scars and everything on the side of the head and around his eye. The eyes both painted looking in the same direction. And for some reason, they just love going with that gold for the blondish type hair. Even though he doesn't have it in his beard, he has it in his hair. But I really like the way the scars look. You can see them sculpted in there and everything. And the sculpt of the hair turned out really nice. Same with like the paint work as well. I do have a little bit of paint rub, I guess, from the beard on his neck there. Now the torso here, I think his armor turned out great. I totally forgot he just had pretty much all black armor in Infinity War, but these pieces right here are more like a shiny type plastic, or a shinier glossy type paint, which looks really nice. The armor itself looks dope. We get nice like sculpted lines and everything all throughout it. These pieces over the shoulders look pretty cool, and then we get like the collar piece, which does hinder the head articulation in the back. Looks pretty good too. And then the cape looks really nice. I dig the hell out of this cape. The only thing, there is no bendy wire in it at all, which is odd, because in the promo images it looks like there was bendy wire in it, but Tamashii Nations has crappy bendy wire anyway. And it is double layered. You can see the red, of course, is on the outside and the black is on the inside. It's a really well made cape. Definitely got to give them that. It's just weird. Hell, they didn't even sew together the bottom. What kind of BS is that? I guess if you want to add in bendy wire, you can. I might send this to my girlfriend and have her add in bendy wire. But it's just, it's weird that's open like that. I guess maybe that's why they did it. So if you want to add in bendy wire, you could. But I really do like the cape. The arms, I love the way the armor looks. It's like a glossy black, as you can see all throughout it. And it turned out really nice. We do get some gauntlets around the forearms, which look pretty cool. And then the only other color besides black and red, we get a little bit of brown around like the belt piece there. And it's pretty clean. And then for the pants here, we get some sculpted wrinkles and sculpted lines all throughout it, as you can see there. And the knee joints look pretty good. We have that piece of armor or something on it. And the boots look alright too. Oh yeah, and we get a little bit of silver mixed in with the black as well. The straps from the shin armor, I'm guessing. And then we do get some sculpted wrinkles around the ankles, and the feet turned out pretty cool. We get some really nice sculpted treads on the bottom as well. But overall, I think Tamashii Nations knocked it out of the park with this Infinity War Thor, and it is hands down their best Thor figure that they have made to date. And I really can't be any more happy with how the detail turned out. But anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, and this is the biggest disappointing thing about this Thor. Now, we do get the Stormbreaker, of course, which is dope as hell, but no damn interchangeable heads, so no facial expressions. Like, come on, Tamashii Nations, how come every time we get a Thor from you, we get no alternate facial expressions? It just minimizes your posing options and display options, and it's just really disappointing. So hopefully the next Thor has some sort of different facial expression instead of just the basic stern face. So what we do of course get Stormbreaker. So Stormbreaker here is definitely the best accessory with Thor because you really don't get anything else besides alternate hands. But I love the way the blade and the hammer look. I love the paint that they chose for it. The sculpt looks beautiful on it. The little design on the hammer side looks pretty cool, and just all the sculpt detail on like the axe side looks really nice. Then we do get Groot's arm that he chopped off, and they could have added like a wash or something on it because it's just painted all brown, which is fine, but you need to add a little like paint shading. Tamashii Nations, you guys know what that is? I guess you don't. But he does grip onto it perfectly, and it is a dope accessory, so we do get that. And then we finally get 6 alternate hands. And starting on the top here, we do get a pair of fists, of course, which do come on the figure out of the packaging, and then we do get a pair of gripping hands, and as you can see, the thumb isn't molded together to the fingers. And then finally, we do get a pair of open hands, and we get some very nice sculpt detail throughout all 6 hands, and they're very easy to swap out. But anyway, that's all the accessories included with the second strongest Avenger. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review, shall we? Now, for the height of the God of Thunder, to the very top of his head, it looks like he's around 6 inches and 1/4 of an inch tall. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Thanos, the Mark VII Iron Man, Falcon, and the Infinity War Hulk. And I think he scales alright. He could have been a little bit taller, though. And here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Infinity War Black Panther and Rocket Raccoon, the Marvel Legends Evolution of Groot, the Mezco 112 Black Panther, and the Mafex comic book version Spider-Man. And then here he is compared to the Storm Collectible Smoke, the SH Figuarts Sage Mode Naruto, the Mafex Justice League Batman, and the Figma Black Swordsman Guts. And then here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku and the Mezco 112 Deadpool. Anyway, there's some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. So now for the articulation, and this Thor definitely has the best SH Figuarts Thor articulation to date as well. Now the neck here, we do get 2 joints, but as I mentioned before, the collar piece is going to hinder his head and neck articulation. So the upper neck joint, you can only get Thor to look up that much, which really isn't too much. And then going down with the upper neck, you can get him to look down pretty good, which is cool. You do get pivot, but it is going to get hindered, as you see, and then the swivel is getting hindered as well, as you can see. The lower neck doesn't go back at all, gets hindered by the collar, of course. Does go down a lot, so you can get him to look directly down, so that is definitely a plus. You do get a little bit of pivot there, and then it does swivel as well, so you would have really nice neck articulation at both the joints. It just gets hindered by that collar piece. And we do get a point of articulation at the torso here around the abdomen, so you can get them to crunch forward that much with the torso. Goes back a little bit better compared to going forward. You do get very nice pivot there, and then it does swivel a little as well. The waist here, same type of joint. You can even shift the joints forward and back and side to side. Does crunch forward a little bit better compared to the torso, so that's how far forward you're going to get it with both joints. And going back, it does go back a lot, so good for flight poses. Very nice pivot, beautiful pivot actually at the waist. Excellent movement there, and then you do get a little bit better swivel compared to the torso. Now for the arms here, we do have a butterfly joint, as you can see right there, and then you do get a very nice circular motion out of the arms, and then they do go out to the sides a lot more than 90 degrees, so that's definitely good. They do go up and down. No true bicep swivel. You will have to use it at the shoulder. You could also use it at the elbow joint, which is single jointed, and it bends in pretty much all the way, so that is definitely good. And where it connects to the bicep, it's connected with a ball peg, so smart move by Tamashii Nations there, and you get very nice swivel at the elbow joint. Can't swivel where it connects into the forearm though. And then we do get a ball hinge on the wrist, so it does swivel and hinges back and forth. Now for the legs here, They do drop down a tiny bit, so you can get Thor to kick forward about 90 degrees, which is awesome. Goes to the back just a tiny bit. Let's see if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it, and I doubt he can, but I could be mistaken. And he cannot just shy of 90 degrees, which isn't bad. Then we do get the hip swivel. We do have double jointed knees that bend back all the way. Then the ankles here, this is where they worked in the articulation really nice with this Thor. You do get the swivel, hinges up really well, hinges down pretty damn good, and then you do get beautiful ankle pivot right there. Not perfect, but much better compared to most of their MCU figures, and you do get a nice toe hinge. So overall, they did update the articulation in certain points when it comes to their Marvel line, and this Thor does have some pretty good articulation. Some points could have been a little bit better, but you're going to be able to get him in some decent God of Thunder-like poses, and I'm about to show you some of them right about now. But anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Infinity War Thor. Hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd have to give it an 8.5. If you would like to know the price and where to buy this figure, I did get mine from Agelessgeeks, so you can head over to Agelessgeeks.com. If you can't find it on there, I would highly recommend going through their Instagram or Facebook page. I will put more information in the description below. And if you would like to support the channel, don't forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, oh well, I guess you didn't like it, but thanks for watching. I will see you later. On the bottom, we do get an actual image of Thor, the Tamashii Nation's quality stickle. That was a good one. This is Marvel Avengers Infinity War. We do get the Tamashii Nation's quality sticker. Says there's the other side, then the back with a couple images of the Figure W. The evolution of Groot, the Mezco 112 Black Panther. Tamashii Nations really did do a fantastic